Once you have registered the mandates, you can register an SIP right away. As informed, we have two types of SIPs, one which would work based on a mandate, the other where you do not require a mandate for registration. First, we would check the registration for the SIP without a mandate. You would need to go to the option of systematic investment, SIP registration. Here enter the client code. Next, select the AMC name of it for which you would want to set up the SIP. Then the next option is settlement type. In the drop down you see there are two options, one is L1 and one is others. In case if your SIP amount is for an amount of 2 lakhs or above, select L1 or else select others. Next, select the scheme for which you would want to set up the SIP. Then select the transaction mode, which would be demat or physical. Next, select the frequency that would be mentioned. In case if a folio number exists and you would want to add on to the folio, enter the folio number or else leave the folio number column blank, a new folio would be generated. Next, enter the installment amount. Then select the frequency allowed, the only option available is rolling. Next, you would see there are certain dates that are displayed. For this particular scheme, as you see, there are dates from the 1st till the 30th of the month. So, select a date for which you would want the SIP to be starting. The next option is generate first order today. In case if you select the generate first order today option, your client would receive an email with the payment link. So, the very same day. So, the client can make a payment and the SIP could start right away. In case if you select the generate first order today, ensure that there is a minimum gap of 30 days between the generate first order today date and the start date. So, today if I select the generate first order today, I would need to keep a minimum gap of 30 days for the SIP to begin. Next, I select the number of installments. In case if you would want the SIP to be for a lifelong period, enter 9999 as the time frame. The end date would show up automatically. Enter the EON number and save the SIP. Once you save the SIP, there is an SIP registration number that would display. In case if you register an SIP within market hours, that is between 9 AM to 3 PM, your client will receive an authentication link. Your client will need to authenticate the SIP by T day 12 midnight. In case if your client does not authenticate the SIP will not start and the very next day the SIP will get cancelled and you would have to re-register a fresh SIP. Once you have registered the SIP, as informed, your client would receive an email and an SMS wherein the client needs to authenticate the registration of the SIP. This is the mail that the client would receive. This is the link that a client needs to click. As you can see, displayed is the details of the SIP. So, client will have to tick on the checkbox and save the SIP. Once the client saves this request, in case if it is a generate first order today option selected, then the client will receive a payment link. Once the client receives the payment link, the client will need to go ahead and make a payment. In case if the client would want to reply via SMS, the client will have to type yes in capital, space and the reference number that is mentioned. The client will need to reply to the number 9900094472. Once that is done, the client will receive the payment link. In case the client does not reply to these messages or the email, then in that case the SIP will not be registered and the client SIP would not begin. You will have to re-register the SIP. Also, since this SIP does not go through a mandate, every month on the date that you have selected, the client will receive a payment link and the client would have to make a payment. In case if the client does not make a payment, the amount will not be debited for that particular month and the client will miss that installment. Thank you.